everybody, Trish here from Pinky's Farm. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's had a fun week of sewing. I know I have. I have a ton of stuff, well, not a ton, but a lot of stuff for show and tell. It's a lot for me, so let's get right to it. The item that I am wearing was not made this week. I made this a long time ago. This is McCalls 7093. And I made this version, but I put this shoulder, or not shoulder, but like elbow length sleeve in it. So it's just a cute little, it has kitty cat print here. It's a viscose. This is a stretch. And then this is kitty cats also. And I bought this fabric at Hancock's a super long time ago when they were going out of business. And I've never seen this fabric anywhere since then until I was looking online one day. And up popped this, which is the matching print to the blue. So I picked that up in an Etsy shop, and because I love anything with kitty cats on it. In fact, I love kitty cats so much that I bought this fabric at Joann's, and it has my Siamese kitty. Ooh, is that upside down? There he is. That's my Siamese kitty Romeo, and I've had big plans for this fabric for a while, but this is one of those precious fabrics that you're afraid to cut into, but it's going to happen. I've got plans for like a ruffle dress out of this, so something along the lines of like that Wilder gown style with ruffles, or we'll see. So let me get right into it though. What did I actually make? Well, the first thing I made was this little shell. This is just a self-drafted little shell pattern from a shirt that I make my own stuff from all the time. It fits me. It's a really simple thing. I don't need to cut and pin a pattern or anything. And I made it to go with these amazing blue pants that you saw last week, to wear with that. And of course to wear with my shacket. Okay, yeah. No curse words were used in the making of any of this, so I didn't have to shack it, not once. But I got the closure put on there, and yes, it's not a shacket, it's a cardigan. I mean, but that's okay. I'll make a shacket someday. I'm sure I'll be using the word nonetheless. The next thing I made was another pair of delicious pajamas. Now, I was so happy with my pajamas from last week with the happy little clouds on them that I went back to these same patterns, Simplicity 9020 and Butter It 5571. I did the same thing. I made this in the sleeveless version, and I made these shorts. And again, they were even quicker and even easier this time. So I think I had showed you, but I was going to make it out of this little polka dot print. Here's the shorts. Simple stretch waistband, pull-on shorts, very comfy, and just the little shirt with the matching sleeve bands and neck. So turned out really comfortable and nice and long. Double brush poly, just you can't beat double brush poly for comfort wear. It is the bomb for comfort wear. So that was my next item. Let's see, what's next on the Price is Right? Oh, yeah. Oh, I made this cute little farm dress. I had that farm fabric. This is Dottie Angel dress. It's Simplicity 1080. It was so much easier to put together than I expected. I was thinking that this was just going to be hard for some reason. I don't know why. But it turned out so cute. And here's my version. And I think it turned out really pretty. I used a contrasting fabric for the band, which is a little kind of vintage toile that was sent to me by a friend in Canada. Of course, my farm fabric on the front, my goat front and center, yeah. And then I made a binding to match the ties and the pockets. So this was really easy. It's quite flattering on also. So I will be making this again. I could just see this in so many cute prints. And for those of you that are thinking about doing a Christmas challenge, you know, something color block like this for Christmas could be fun. I'll talk about that Christmas challenge in a moment, right after I show you my next make, which was McCalls 8053. I made this version. So quick, so easy, so sexy. No, I'm kidding. It's not sexy. I don't want to be sexy. Please don't anyone think that about me. So here it is. I made it from this cotton voile that came from Art Gallery. And I've been just very precious over this fabric too. I got it made up and I just felt like it was too plain. It was too much. So I just got some lace trim to put around the neckline and down the front, kind of in that, you know, Lily Pulitzer style. So it turned out really cute. That's going to be a great little summer dress. Highly recommend this pattern. It'll go super quick. The next one on my make list was another comfy pair of pants, a different pattern. This was McCall's 7198. And you can see that these are kind of low rise, and it's stretch pants. But I like that low rise because I'm short and I'm very low waisted. So most pants that I make, if they're not intended to be low rise, you know, they come way up to here on me. So these were not like that. This is my version. This is also double brush poly. The pattern says to roll this down, finish it, and put elastic in it. I chose to just put a band on here, but it works either way. But I like them because they're kind of like palazzo pants, but at the same time they could just be a pair of pajama pants. So I did wear them with a cute black shirt to town one day. It was gone all day and they were so comfortable. They remind me of a brand called Travel Smith. If you've ever seen that, it's a comfort brand. And yeah, these would be my version of the Travel Smith pants. Okay, my last but certainly not least item that I made this week was Simplicity 9057. Now, I should have paid more attention to this pattern because you can see she's probably 8 feet tall or something. And this pattern comes clear down almost to her ankles. And I don't know why I thought that me being 5'2", that it was going to, you know, be that size on me or that length. And it wasn't. It came clear down to the floor. So I had to take almost 8 inches out of this pattern. But I think it turned out really cute in the end. I made it with this embroidered border fabric, and literally the 8 inches came right out of here. But I got it back on there. I did the same print on the trim on the pockets, and I wanted to have it on the sleeves too, but ran out of the trim section. I didn't have enough for both sleeves, so I just left the selvage on there because I thought the selvage was kind of cute, and it's not going to fray out. It's on there to stay. I used just a navy binding for the neck, store-bought binding, and turned it outward instead of inward, just so it would kind of finish the look. I'm really happy with this dress. I think I'm going to get a ton of wear out of this. I literally just took it off the sewing machine last night, so it's not been ironed, hasn't been again washed. I've got to put I have a safety pin on there waiting to get the closure on it. But yeah, that was all the stuff I made this week, which is a lot for me. So let's see. Let me get my cute little sewing journal in case my sissy is watching. I've been using the journal you made me, and I've got my list for today of what I wanted to share in here. And so I had a list of all my stuff. Oh, so I have a question to throw out to everybody. Someone told me years ago, a friend of my mom's or something, told me that when you make a homemade garment, you know, if you want it to look really professional when you're all done, they said take it to a dry cleaner's and have it dry cleaned and professionally pressed. And I'm just curious, has anyone done that? I thought about, I don't know how much it cost. I know inflation is so bad right now, it's probably too expensive. But if you're lazy like me and you hate pressing, I don't know, maybe that one, you know, serious pressing from the dry cleaners would just really set everything. So I'm just curious if anyone has done that. So if you have, let me know. Or if you think I should try it just for us as an experiment. Oh, I got me a new toy. Well, it's not really a toy. Probably not to you guys, but to me, I don't know if you can see back here. My sewing table is really tall. and I'm not really tall, but it comes up to my hips. It's an old engineering table, and my husband brought it home from work, and it's got a stainless steel top, which I love because stuff just, slides off of it so easy out of the machine. But the problem is being short in the torso that I feel like I'm always sewing like this, up high. So I found this chair recently, and I said, I'm gonna have to splurge and buy this chair because it's on a long, tall stem here, and it gets me way up off the ground, which I love. And I can just get up over top of my sewing machine if I want to. I can just stop and twirl if I want to. Woo! I feel like I had too much liquid refreshment. And the other thing about it that I love is that, if I need to change it, down I go, elevator down. So it's really just the perfect chair for me for the sewing room. So I had to share that because it's made my sewing so much more enjoyable, and I think it's actually made it possible for me to make more stuff because I have a comfortable position to sew from. Something else I wanted to share with you guys, I'm just full of needless information today, is I don't know how many people use iron-on stay tape on their sleeves and necklines and stuff, but anywhere that it says you should stay stitch, I use this. It's called Design Plus, and it's bias fusible tape. And I know a lot of people cut fusible interfacing and make their own, but this stuff is so awesome. Look, it's narrow. You don't have to iron it on hard. You just press it a little bit onto your necklines. It's bias. It turns with you. It's pre-cut. It's not expensive. I got mine off of Amazon. I'm sure Waywack has it. Wawak. What is it? Wawak. Anyway, I'm sure they have it. But it goes a long ways because I've had this for a long time, and it really makes anything that will stretch before you sew it. I just sew it in there. Sleeve, neck, anything stretchy. I put it on knit fabrics. What else? Well, I want to talk about the Facebook prompt that Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, who we all know is the curator of this group, and thank you, Jen. And she has developed a Facebook page for Friday Sewers, and she has been giving out a prompt every week. And this week's prompt was, what was your favorite, what's the nicest thing someone's ever said about one of your mates? So I instantly went to the 2 times when someone asked me if I would remake a garment for them that I had made for myself. The first one was, I'm sorry my dog is barking, because the wind must have changed direction and he got upset. I mean, it doesn't take really anything to get him to go crazy. Bless him. But the first garment that someone asked me to make was this self-drafted little tank dress that I made from this wild kind of 60s print. And you may recall that I made pajama top out of this fabric when we had a challenge for the 60s, or sew your birthday. So I did, because I felt like this was a really wild 60s print. And I had a dress very similar to this when I was a child, and I would love to find a picture of that, because that was kind of the inspiration when I found this fabric. Was that's the fabric I had when I was like 8 years old. So anyways, pardon me.